and this ain't financial advice. Good morning, crypto world, boys and girls of all ages. How are you today? I have some very, very interesting news. I'm in a rush, so let's get right into it right here. I just received an anonymous email from a tipster. I'm going to read it to you here, and I think it's very, very interesting. Says right here, if you caught the Billy Gibbons interview between him and Charles, you got some cool stuff about Africa. I don't think a lot of people saw it, and he hasn't reposted it, but I like playing Billy Gibbons quite a bit, and I wanted to catch it. Charles mentioned, what if there was a Pan-African stablecoin? What's going on here? They discussed how this could be pegged to anything, including metals. Think MELD with their... I lost my... shit. Because earlier when someone posted about some expectations, I posted some reply like, all I want is an ERC20 converter, some cool partnerships, and a Pan-African stablecoin would be nice. 2, as long as I'm dreaming. Because Africa doesn't need 20 coins. It needs one coin that can work between borders. Very, very, very good point. Okay? Bring the digital euro to Africa. That is genius. That's how you connect the continent and empower the continent. So finish reading this. An IOG employee in Japan that I follows back replied with a soon meme. Later in the day, I saw the interview. Here's my take. The Africa trip is about partnerships for sure, but you don't need to meet heads of state for that. However, if you are launching a Pan-African JED, can't find that interview anywhere, and they probably buried it until after the trip. But that is what the whole trip is about based on my intel. Please keep this anonymous. Don't want to burn an inside source. By the way, Friedman, who was Shahar for years, they are more than acquaintances. Love to see you break this. Dig the show. Though the hoverboard was lame. Thank you. Thank you, anonymous tipster. So that is a very, very interesting take on all of the things that are coming out in Africa right now. If that continent could get connected by a Pan-African stablecoin, which we can all cross our fingers for, that would be huge for Cardano. I got to take these glasses off. I look like the Terminator. Let's get the good ones back on. What are we doing here? That would be huge. Think about that. I mean, the euro did great things for Europe. What would a Pan-African stablecoin do for Africa? It blows my mind. That is an insanely cool email that I've referenced right here. That could unite the continent. One love. And give them the financial freedom, tools, benefits that we all here in the developed world, the Western world, are so privy to. And that's something that if you can share that gift with people, the world can become a better place. It can become a more evolved place. And money isn't everything, but money is a tool. If I have a shovel and you have a twig and you tell me to dig a ditch and I tell you to dig a ditch, who's going to dig it faster? The man with the shovel, not the twig. Okay? So it's just like saying, hey, what if everybody on earth had a shovel? Okay? And they had the same ability and they had the same seat at the table like everybody else and they had the same chance as everybody else. It's a beautiful dream. It's a beautiful vision. And there's a way that it can and will be done. One way or the other. Maybe that's not going to come out of this Africa tour. Maybe it's not going to come for 5 or 10 years, but it will come one day with someone. And they will have the ability to do the things that we do here with lending and borrowing. Lending is another tool. If you have absurd interest rates, it's crippling. It's going to ultimately ruin your chances of ever getting past the poverty line in your own country. So I wanted to read that Cardano email, I'll call it. I don't want to call it news because it's pure speculation, nothing more than that. But if it does come to fruition, you heard it here, right here on Wallace Inc., the coolest news network on earth. So anyway, let's go back and get into this. So the Space Bud recently sold for $1 million. I wanted to cover this a little bit more because it's very interesting, because it says that, Ethereum has had much more adoption when it comes to Ethereum NFTs. People famously sold an NFT for $69.3 million, and we just broke a $1 million sale with our first Space Bud. Wow. It's a dinosaur in a spaceman costume with a hatchet. I can't see why you wouldn't pay $1 million for that. It's kind of cool, but I think personally, my thought on the NFTs is that these are collector's items. These are like the first people to ever do it. So maybe it will retain its value. Maybe it'll grow in value. But at the end of the day, to me, it's just a JPEG. I think the NFTs are going to have a lot better adoption rate if they have a use case. Say you see there's a project on Ethereum called Unchained Gods. Very interesting. It was all NFT trading cards, very similar to Magic the Gathering, which is cool because then you have a community built in within it, and then you have a use case for the NFT and a collectibles aspect to it as well. So if you own like the Black Lotus Magic card, okay, it's worth 15 grand because they're very, very hard to get. And then they keep selling packs. Okay, so yes, if that's done with NFTs, it's brilliant. That being said, the gas fees on Ethereum were so incredibly high that they were higher than Cheech and Chong, that nobody was able to make new NFTs on it. So let's check down here at the Ethereum gas fees. Okay, say you wanted to buy an NFT for the cost of an Ethereum. And we look at this a lot, but it hasn't changed here. So cool, I want to buy an NFT or just make any old trade. You review the swap right here. We're looking at 9 different swaps. Okay, that's going to cost us $197 up to $591. See, that doesn't make any sense. So if we can find our own trading platform, our own trading games on Cardano, I think that would be an excellent use case for NFTs. In addition to that, things like obviously baseball cards. I mean, what gives a baseball card value? Rarity. They're hard to get. I don't know how many of you own a Mickey Mantle rookie card, but last time I checked, they're very hard to get. Also, NFTs, they cannot be destroyed. Baseball cards, I mean, think of how many people got a Mickey Mantle rookie card and it was like sitting under their bed rotting. Probably half of the cards. These, if they only issue so many digital collectibles, it can always preserve its initial value, okay? And its rarity is intact. Now, yes, of course, there is the ability to lose it. But with that being said, at least if you maintain your passwords properly, password management, make sure you have your password management. You wouldn't want to lose the Mickey Mantle rookie card. Well, then you're going to be able to transfer that item. And for sports fans or for people who are involved in trading card games, I think that this is an amazing use case and value for those communities. Also, Space Buds, it's the first one on Cardano, so therefore it kind of has that first to market thing. But I don't know of any use case that Space Buds have other than being a dinosaur with a hatchet in space. $1,076,000. That is wild. Congratulations to the person who sold it. Congratulations to the Space Buds owner. And I wish you only more success in the future. So, coming in next, billionaire Barry Silbert Sternlicht bought Bitcoin and Ethereum for an inflation protection. Now, here's a billionaire who's being transparent. Just like him and Paul Tudor Jones, they have spent a lot of money on cryptocurrencies and allocated a portion of their portfolios as an inflation hedge with the insurmountable amount of money printing that has gone on. It has certainly scared very, very, very wealthy people into diversifying into cryptocurrency. And the more that they read about it, the more they get red pilled, the more they say, hey, that's actually a pretty good idea. I actually own my money. I mean, God forbid the US ever falls. God forbid the European Union ever breaks down, or the euro goes bust. You still own. You have ownership of your coins. You own the Bitcoin, borderless, trustless, around the world, baby. Let's get that African Jed going on. That would be fantastic. Comment down below if you want to see a Pan-African stablecoin. That is mind-blowing. So, where are we with the nerd node? Folks, if you're looking for the best place to stake your Cardano, come and stake with none other than Nerd. We're sitting at 27 million ADA staked right now, here today, trying to hit 30 million. If we hit 30 million, I'm going to eat 3 Carolina Reaper peppers. My eyes are watering a little bit, but I keep going. And yes, we have people who don't want us to do it. We have people that are against it. Here's one of them right here.
I am warning you, don't come crying to me if you eat those peppers and get sick.
Yep, my own mother. She won't even delegate herself. But we keep going forward. Nerds keep moving forward. We're coming hell or high water, to the moon. Thank you for delegating to Nerd, because every time you delegate to Nerd, it helps me make more videos. And when I make more videos, more people learn about Cardano. And when more people get into Cardano, it helps your bags go crazy. Have your ADA working for you. Stake with Nerd and help spread the word. Folks, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you being here. And if I don't see you, I'll see you on the internet. I'm out.
Stake with Nerd.